everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports.
Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining.
It's the Browns going up against the Ravens.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Langford again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brett Perriman there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Flacco off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They had no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Crowell, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play clock winding down. Let's go! 2nd down, Kaiser. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To throw is Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Crowell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. third down. Kaiser. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give Crowell another crack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carry.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Caleb Brantley in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. On 2nd down, Langford. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin with a run by Crowell. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. They'll throw here, Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, here's Crowell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First and 10 here for Flacco. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Kirksey Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On second down, Flacco to throw. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it third down. From the gun, Flacco. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And tough starting field position here. Following the interception, Kaiser. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This is Crowell. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Crowell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. There in the second quarter at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Operating off play action. Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And, oh, now it's out. Langford loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Now, that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway.
Yeah, only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. First down carry now for Crowell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Kaiser now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He finds Coleman. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Crowell. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down, 8. Shift together here from the D-line. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Here we go. On the run, it's Crowell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This will be kicked from... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I know neither one of us does research as busy work. 4 block kicks in 2015.
Yep, for the Browns.
For the Browns.
Tied for the most in the NFL.
And we just see another one here. It's amazing how you try and correct something, and sometimes you work so hard to correct it, you still find a way to give it up. It's amazing.
The kicking game woes rear their ugly head again. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Flacco from midfield. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Final minute now of the third quarter. On first down, Flacco. That's caught out left by Perriman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Passing play, Flacco. And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. First and 10, Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a handoff to Crowell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Sammy Coates, the intended target there, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Kaiser. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Flacco here on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go.
Kaiser now on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Going deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Some things you just accept as fact in the NFL. And one that is true, the Baltimore Ravens are going to attack you on defense and create turnovers and takeaways. Their secondary had 18 interceptions in 2016.
And that was tied for the most in the league. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Tim Carey now for Jeremy Langford. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Flacco off play action. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Ravens a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go.
Here's again to Crowell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for 1 final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
One last gasp for Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down.